Oh!
Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of the Zaandarbrow podcast. We decided to do one again because why the fuck not? We got a shit ton of things to say.
We gotta update you on shit about things in the fucking world that have happened. It's been wild. Especially on I don't even know where to begin. There's just been a lot of stuff.
And on the side of things, we still have things in production. There's going to be a new Channel 420 news coming at your faces pretty soon because I actually have creative drive again.
Yes.
And I finally got faster at editing lightsaber effects, so Panel on Path Part 4 will be up next. And of course we have Evan and Chris here today.
These lovely people.
Oh, we can finally get started on Clover.
But anyway, without further ado, we must talk about the biggest news that came out of yesterday. Clone Wars is back, bitch!
Yes! I'm so fucking ready. Cad Bane and Boba Fett, that's like literally going to be the pinnacle of both of those seasons.
I'm glad they got the original actors to come back because
why wouldn't they?
We all know that
be canceled if they didn't.
Oh, yeah. We all know James Arnold Taylor is going to have a hell of a fun time at this.
Oh yeah. Just all of them are, honestly, and it's like a nice new homecoming for them. I'm sure they've had work like outside of Clone Wars, but it's just nice to return to like a family setting. Because I'm sure they've all bonded over like seasons of.
Yeah, considering they did almost 10 seasons together,
which is fantastic and
6 seasons.
Like, it's one of my favorite.
I said almost 10.
But the season 6 on Netflix that still counts as the season 6, right? They're not gonna...
Yeah.
Okay. Evan, take it away with your glorious history of this news.
So, Netflix ended with season 6. They are greenlit for both season 7 and 8 as far as what they have completed.
Which I'm actually really surprised because like I was expecting only one season and we got 2, which I'm so grateful.
You know, it makes me wonder. It's like, okay, we kind of know what season 7 is going to be. It's going to be that unfinished thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the unfinished.
It's going to tie up a lot of loose ends as well.
It makes me wonder, are they going to have Anakin become Vader come season 8?
I mean, I see it to be... No.
I actually see the final episode being Order 66.
That too.
That actually could be a thing. Like, I could totally see the final episode.
Because we have the Bad Batch, we have the Siege of Mandalore.
Yeah.
I just want to find out where Palpatine took Maul after that battle they had.
I don't want Maul to come back.
Yeah.
He's going to.
Well, I just, again, with Maul, is like, I don't really need to, like, explore more of Maul just because of, like, how it was...
Rebels ended him, so I don't think that they should write
I just want to know what happened between Malachor and Mandalore.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah, like I'm really focused on the mercs because like I really need to know what's going on there. Because like Rebels gave us like a lot of like history and lore behind Mandalore, but like I want like more of like the nitty gritty. Because I feel like during the Clone Wars and stuff like that is where a lot of the big shit, a lot of the tide turning events happen for Mandalore. So I'm really excited to see like how they incorporate that.
I'm also kind of glad it's like we got the fluid animation that we did in the original set of Clone Wars. It's like I love Rebels.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The animation sometimes with Rebels is very stiff.
I can understand.
I feel like they could have gave it a little bit more of a budget for animation.
It was really skinny lightsabers.
Yeah. I mean, I like Rebels because like it went in kind of like an unorthodox way because like I was expecting everyone to like just die at the end, but they kind of resolved it in like a peaceful way for once, and the fact that it kind of like ties in a bunch of fan servers for a bunch of other things in the Star Wars universe, like when Thrawn. Thrawn.
I wonder if
Thrawn is like one of the best Star Wars villains.
I wonder if Thrawn's gonna be in the final Clone Wars season.
I don't think so. I don't think it would fit.
And just like how much Ahsoka has like survived through like going from Clone Wars to Rebels, like we're probably gonna see more of her in season 7 and 8 too. Like we're gonna see like her transition from leaving the Jedi.
She's the only one who didn't get killed off or lost a limb.
It's amazing. Like Ahsoka, are you a fucking immortal?
Well, I mean, with the whole thing with Rebels is like she was technically supposed to die with Darth Vader, but like with the whole temple and time warp. Yeah, spoiler alert, by the way.
I'm sorry, this is like what, season 3? If you haven't seen it yet,
the
fuck you doing?
Sorry. Like, and if you haven't seen it, please watch Rebels. It's still fantastic.
It's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the father and the daughter and the son,
I'm
right?
so done with that storyline. Like, please stop. It's probably going to still happen anyway because
Yeah.
it's a big tie into the prophecy with Anakin and him becoming Darth
Yeah.
Vader and all that stuff.
And it's like, while we're still on the topic of Clone Wars, I'm gonna say it. You know what's honestly like my favorite death in the entire thing? General Krell.
Yeah.
That is the most satisfying death I can really think of.
Yeah.
The least satisfying death was Fives.
God,
4 or 5.
He didn't deserve that.
He did not deserve that.
That was dirty.
And for those of you who have not seen the unfinished episodes, get ready. Your whole world's about to get thrown upside down for a curveball.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be the same thing, or are they gonna change it up?
No, it's not the exact same thing. It's fully finished.
Oh, heard.
So if you have seen them, the entire arc that was released, it's that same arc, but it's fully animated. So we actually get to see how the planet looks, how all the actual characters look, and see them actually move and talk.
Yeah.
I was
Instead
gonna
of
say.
just stupid stuff.
I was gonna say, because that was only like the Kyber Crystal one, the Bad Batch one, and a Bounty Hunter one. That was only 3 episodes I saw, so I'm like, is there more to the season?
Yeah, there's the Bad Batch arc covers, I think it was either 3 or 4 episodes.
Covers what happened to Echo, I think.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm
accurate.
gonna spoil that one.
Yeah.
Well, did he get exploded? All I saw was a helmet.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was in
you
the
just
helmet.
never actually know. So.
But seriously, fuck General Krell.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Go.
Even Vice. Look, you're gonna say, oh, he did it because he's racist and it's to show that not everybody is gonna be on the side of the clone. Bitch, he's literally the worst general in history. What kind of fucking idiot makes his own men turn on each other in the middle of a goddamn war?
He had that.
God damn it.
He had that video game moment of the evil villain explaining his entire plan.
Oh no, he was
Captain.
playing Sims. That's what he was.
No, you see, I worked for Count Dooku and cannot
It
defeat.
makes me so happy that he is killed mid-monologue. Because when do you ever see a villain get killed in the middle of his monologue?
Eventually, you'll have to do the right thing.
Poetic justice.
Well, eventually you'll have to do the right thing. Yeet.
Yeah, and it's kind of like with Thrawn being like the Sherlock Holmes of like the galaxy, just like from this sneeze I deduce that the rebel order is gonna do this, and then just
From
like,
your
magically, like,
from your toenail, I deduced that Agent Callus is Kira because of his notebook being on the side of the table.
Yeah, he's just Thrawn is just crazy.
Moving into other things, another thing that was released yesterday that kind of has me more pissed off is
Miffed, if anything.
Titans TV trailer, whatever.
I really wanted to like get behind the whole Titans thing because like when they first announced it, I was excited. Like I didn't think that like the first images that we saw were gonna be the final product, but when they just like revealed the trailer, like okay, it started off great because like you saw like the actual
movie or is it a show?
It's a show.
It's a show.
Yeah, it's like an actual TV series. And like my thing about it was that like it started off great because you see like the Flying Graysons and like the whole death of his family and everything like that, and then Batman like obviously comes in and takes Dick Grayson under his wing, but it just
Fuck Batman.
but like
Fuck Batman.
and it goes with like Raven, who first of all looks like Hit Girl because that wig is horrible. To be honest,
I'd rather a Hit Girl movie.
I'm
still
gonna be attracted to her anyway, whether or not she looks like a Hot Topic model or not.
Yeah, I mean,
I know my place.
She looks like a thought.
Yeah, it's just her acting. Just
Oh no,
wasn't-
sorry, that's
her acting just wasn't believable because like in the trailer, like it kind of shows her like not really knowing of her origins and being scared of like who she is. When Raven like is probably the most emotionally stable out of the Titans and kind of like knows who she is and like kind of came into her own going into Teen Titans. So like when you see her like freaked out and shit like that, like it just wasn't believable.
I think I think it's an interesting take. Like maybe it could be that they set it up with her being scared at first, and then it's moving back to her like being emotionally stable, and then later on we see, oh wait, she really isn't as emotionally stable as we think, and then we see the whole thing with her and her father again. That is, I'm giving too much hope for this series, and this is probably gonna bite me in the ass.
Like Beast Boy.
Because I mean, like with the Dick Grayson scene, where you literally hear the neck snap when he like steps on the guy and him shooting all those people. Like it's badass, and like I really enjoyed that part of the trailer. But like it's just not Dick Grayson. Like Dick Grayson, like is more of just like a comedic like. Still a badass. But
Jason
just, like,
Todd.
as,
It's like
dark.
This is more Jason Todd's
definitely,
territory. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. It's kind of like DC, like the people behind the live action DC stuff, like their whole studio was just like, let's just take like Red Hood and Dick Grayson and just like meld them together and see what happens. And like, because no one, like he wouldn't say fuck Batman. Like that's just like not what would happen.
Fuck Batman.
Especially like if Batman's the one that took him under his wing after his family died. Like,
Also, I love the how like we get this fucking it's a Red Band trailer technically because of the one instance it says fuck. Yeah, all these articles saying we have a not safe for work trailer for Titans. The word fuck has only been said once.
and that's literally what made it a Red Band trailer. Like, there wasn't any like hints to like sex scenes or anything. It was literally just like,
unless you count Starfire's outfits.
yeah, God.
And
like, okay, my defense with that is that like all of Starfire's outfits are kind of scantily clad if you look at all of them. And just like the design of it just looks like, because everyone's just like defending it like, oh, she looks like a whore. I'm just like, okay, but this one she looks like a trashy whore because even the outfit doesn't look good. So,
I will be real though. You still could have like probably done even like a full body thing.
Yeah.
But it's like you genuinely did make her look like a streetwalker. I cannot take that away. And
it looks like she went to Ross and just like spray painted her outfit purple, and that's what you gave her. Like,
you know what's ironic? What's ironic is the Titans needed like a movie trilogy. It would have been better, but the Death Note movie would have needed a live action trilogy to be better.
Yeah.
It's like switcheroo.
Because if you had like more time to like span it out and really tell the story, you could have had like so much more in there. But it's not even just that with Titans. It's more of just like they don't even get the source material. Like Beast Boy is supposed to always be green. When you obviously like see screenshots of him with just like green hair and like just a normal like human body. It's just like he's supposed to be green all of the time.
And if he's not a vegetarian, I'm actually going to be a little bit pissed off. And no, I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian, and gonna force that stuff.
Integral part of who he is.
He's a canon vegetarian.
Yeah, that's literally who he is because like he turns into animals, therefore he doesn't eat animals. Like that's just how it is.
We have an army.
Yeah.
We have a beast.
Yeah.
It's literally this.
See, and another thing with DC trailers and stuff like that, it's just like I shouldn't need a flashlight to see every fucking scene in a trailer. Like I get it, like it's supposed to be dark and Gotham is supposed to be dark or whatever, but I shouldn't need to like fucking put on 3 magnifying glasses and like studio lighting to see like what's going on. Like it's a little bit ridiculous.
Also, where the fuck is Cyborg?
Yeah, like Cyborg is supposed
not going to be included.
He's busy.
What?
He's busy with.
How?
He's busy with the Justice League. Right
Yeah,
now.
they threw him into Justice League, so they cannot put him into Titans.
Yeah.
But the TV shows are separate from the movies.
Yeah.
You can't just take away an integral part of the time. Who the fuck are they replacing him with? I swear if it's gonna be some bitch.
It's gonna be Agent Coulson, okay?
Listen, if you're gonna put in that young kid Flash from the anime show, I think I can be chill with that because he was fun. He was cool.
Yeah.
But
I just like I
That's
don't
how
understand because like with DC's TV shows, it was like one of the things that was giving me hope because Flash and the Arrowverse and Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl, they're all like great like melding universes that like work together as a TV show. Like they're all just like really well written. The characters are great, and like you really get a feel for being in that universe, and like it really like is that trademark DC like that we all know and love. But like with this, it's just like you literally didn't even try at all. And not to mention the effects in the trailer too, because like Brower does like special effects for like our videos and stuff like that, and he could do better in like 30 minutes. sense. Like I feel like a Full Sail student just like did this in like 20 minutes and was just like, here's the trailer.
I'm trying not to knock the effects too much because this still could not even be the final.
Yeah. Okay. Like I understand that, but just like, why even release it if it's not even like the final product?
Teasers are never complete.
Yeah, I guess, but it's just like, it doesn't even look good for a teaser. Like, I've seen teasers where like it wasn't the final product and like it doesn't look as good, but it even looks bad for that.
I mean, there's a reason why we got the Venom reveal in another trailer, which to all the people bitching that you didn't see the Venom costume in a teaser trailer, bitch the fuck.
It's nothing but mayhem.
Yeah. And there are some good.
Speaking of,
as much as like I'm shitting on it, and as much as like I'm shitting on it, like there were some good parts of the trailer too. Like I really did like Dick Grayson Robbins. Like his outfit was 100% accurate, and the character that like the person that they picked to play him actually is
he does actually look like him.
Yeah, and
Ryan Potter, to an extent, kind of looks like these boys.
He does, yeah. And it's just like, they pick some good people to, like, play these characters. It's just like...
The costumes could have been better. It's like, they have, like, the facial structures and everything. Hell, even the one who's playing Starfire, I can say, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Better outfit, please!
And I don't even care if the actress is black or white or whatever when it comes to playing Starfire.
Because Starfire is a goddamn alien. You can literally have anybody play Starfire.
And the actual effects for like her like blasting the people that she was fighting was actually pretty cool. Like she did glow orange and everything. But like my gripe with it is that like it doesn't matter if she's black or white, and I'm not trying to I'm not being racist at all when I say this. It's more of just like she's literally orange. Like she's supposed to be orange all of the time. Kind of like Beast Boy being green all of the time. She's supposed to
cast Trump for him.
I saw that.
I will build a wall.
It's nothing but mayhem.
And speaking of mayhem, Evan, would you like to take it away?
So Florida Mayhem has been on the homecoming track right now. They've been here since I want to say, last Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
They've been touring around Florida, meeting fans, everything like that. I got to meet them over at UCF when they were here, doing a meet and greet LAN party, everything like that. Chris and Brittany are going to go down to Miami on the 28th to go see the Overwatch League Finals, which tonight is Game 2 of Philadelphia Fusion versus New York XL. And
just to like quickly interrupt, because I'm excited by this, is that like Philly, like the last game that they played against New York Excelsior, they went 3-0 against New York Excelsior, which is like they're the top tier like team to beat. Like they've been pretty much undefeated, like with maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 losses, like the whole season that they've played. So like for them to go completely 3-0 against Philadelphia, like that's a huge deal.
Yeah,
like,
regular season they gave up 6 maps.
Yeah.
And in the semifinals they gave up all 3 in Game 1. And then the other game is LA Valiant versus London Spitfire. First night,
I love Spitfire as a team. I think
Spitfire beat LA 3-1.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm hoping that we can get that just completely wiped off, where we get Philadelphia winning their match and London winning theirs, because I love LA Valiant. They got a great squad, great roster, but I think Spitfire need a redemption moment.
Definitely.
Because they are still a very good team.
Yeah.
NYXL, they've got the heavy hitters. They have Pine, they have Jonak, Sabiolbi, Mono. They've got the squad.
Yeah.
But
they've got it pretty much
I
all
think
together.
it's time for them to kind of take a back seat. They've won, 3 stage finals?
Yeah.
So they won, I think it was stage 1, 3, and 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really pay attention to them. I'm a Florida Mayhem fan. Go Mayhem. But I think it's time that Philadelphia Fusion actually stepped up and took that final.
Yeah.
Because I'm calling the prediction now where it's Philly Fusion and London Spitfire for the finals.
Yeah, I honestly could totally see that.
I'm so ready for it.
And Philly is just like one of those teams that like I love because like I always love rooting for the underdog, and they're not like the underdogs by any means, but compared to New York Excelsior, like I'm pretty sure like all the predictions from all the judges were just like New York Excelsior is going to win, and and when they finally happened, like I love the big shock and surprise, which I have to go back and watch that match because I haven't actually seen it, but I could imagine like all the shock and awe of like New York Excelsior losing 3-0. So I think that's like in a big league competition setting like that, whether it's like regular sports or esports, like that's just like the most exciting part about it is like rooting for your team and then finally seeing them just like champion over like a big hurdle like that. And New York Excelsior is like a monster, so I think that's really, really cool that they did that. And I'm a huge Florida Mayhem fan too, and I'll never stop rooting for them. And I hope that like in this next stage that they really like come into their own and do the best that they can, because they're still like a great team. Like it's just they have some pretty tough competition with all the other teams.
Yeah, top team in the Euro leagues right before the season started, and then something just didn't click. But you know.
And I actually did see like a big difference in their play style, and I think a lot of it has to do with them like playing together more, because I saw the difference between when they added Saya player over God, who was it?
Him filling in for Logix.
Yeah, filling in for Logix. Yeah, which I don't agree with him filling in for Logix for one of the maps, because you could see Logic's face like during the entire match. Like if he was in there, they probably could have scooped the win because of just their synergy. But now that they've had more time to play together, like on the off season, I feel like they really have a good chance with the addition of Saya player, because he's a great player. I just think that they haven't had enough time with him. Like if they really do synergize with him well and like learn to play together with him, they could be a really, really big force in the next stage. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, because
and for me, you know, there was a gentleman at our Q&A session last Saturday who was kind of belittling the team with statistics and all that bullshit because
idiots.
Yeah, and that's awful.
He had to pull that crap on the players, where that's not even their thing that they go through. That's the coaching staff that goes through it, and I think he knew that, and that's why he went at them for it.
Yeah.
But to me, those who are not in the playoffs, the second that final match ends, your stats reset for me.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a clean slate going into Season 2. New contracts are going to come for all the teams. People are going to leave. People are going to come in. I mean, hell, we've even got the toxic of the toxic, XQC, on a fucking contenders team. For whatever reason. But apparently he's been getting better. I don't discount his abilities. He's a great player. He's the best Winston there is.
Yeah.
It's just his attitude has no place in the league.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. I think that's why they ended up cutting the contracts, because Blizzard and all the sponsors were like, look, if this keeps going, we can't have someone like this in the league.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a
it's
liability.
toxic. I can't imagine that being part of the league.
You know.
Anyways, that was Overwatch, but currently we must tear someone a new one.
Well, this is where I bid myself a due.
Yeah, you had to
I get it. Oh boy. Okay, where do we begin?
Mariah, Mallard, whatever, you fucking duck-ass bitch, you fucking Logan Paul of the cosplay community.
As quoted by Moderately Okay Cosplay, because
I love him. I love
you're
him, by the way.
a wonderful human being and you're not wrong.
Yeah.
If anything, she's worse, because I don't think Logan Paul's actually like sexually assaulted people.
No. If we said that he's sexually assaulted
Now we
people,
know
that would actually be slander. I think he could actually legitimately sue us for that. And so, Logan, you do not sexually assault people. You don't.
He just assaulted a corpse.
Yeah.
You're right. But that was January. This is July.
Yeah.
And we're kind of late to the punch about this, but there's still like more bullshit.
I guess we had to like kind of like sit and like kind of settle on like what we were trying to like say when it comes to the topic of Momokun, because like it personally affects me, because like I'm personally like irritated by the fact that like yes, it was like a big deal initially, but I felt like if Momokun like initially came out with the sexual assault charges from her actual like victims that like actually came up and said that they were sexually assaulted by her, like if she was a guy, like it would be so much more of a mass scrutiny. And I think that something needs to be said about that, because like I don't think it's really fair to say that like just because a woman is sexually assaulting somebody, it should be taken like more lightly, because it's like playful and it's like not really sexual assault, because like she's a woman and she's a woman and she's like dainty and she's not like, she can't really do like any actual harm. But to some people, like a lot of the actions that she did against actually other females was actually really harmful, because like it took a lot of courage for her to like for a lot of the actual like victims like to actually come up and say something about her like actions.
Though on another side, I'm not trying to defend her, but there were some things that I heard that she did that I'm like, what the fuck is?
Yeah, she's like a literal sociopath outside.
Actually, no. What I mean is, one person came up saying that I think she groped her, that Momokun groped this girl, and then put a megaphone to her fucking vagina.
Yeah, it's just like, it's asinine, because it's just like, it's not something that like you would
that
normally.
That doesn't sound normal,
Yeah,
especially in a club. That's not a normal thing.
Why
That's why I'm thinking like that's a very weird thing to come out and say. I mean, okay, you probably did, but the megaphone thing, I don't. I think that's something that it's so bizarre that it's no way that it could be fake.
Yeah, and it's just like, and it's not to take away from like what actually happened to the person that got sexually assaulted by the megaphone. It's just like odd, and just like that's the instrument that she used to like
have this,
you know, put on the sexual assault.
Yeah. And my thing is, hi guys, I have ADHD. I've been medically diagnosed with it, medication and all that fucking mumbo jumbo jazz motherfucker, whatever, who it is. ADHD is not an excuse, and she has said so in her apology, even though granted it was a very half-assed apology.
It really, really fucking
me with ADHD. I just want everyone to understand that just because someone has ADHD, they're not gonna sexually assault you.
Yeah.
I don't want to grab his lack of titties all the time. Yeah.
Shout out to Nico. But it's just like, it just takes away from a lot of the struggle that people have with ADHD and the community that like actually is like that section of the community that has ADHD that's in the cosplay community that's now like not really under scrutiny because of this, but like is probably going to be observed more because of her actions and what she says, because like a lot of people like are obviously not going to fucking believe what she has to say, because a lot of people know that ADHD doesn't make people do that, but she has those loyal slave whatever mind slaves that she has as followers.
White knights is an easier way to say it.
Yeah, that's true.
For those that are unaware, a white knight is basically someone who will blindly follow someone and defend them no matter what.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's just I don't like that word, slave. Okay, the prisoners with jobs.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's just like there's nothing to stop those like white knight people that blindly follow her from like actually going up to like other people that might actually like not believe Momokun, but might believe like them, saying that like ADHD can cause like that to happen. And it's just like that's not the case. That's like taking away from a lot of people's struggles with ADHD who don't actually sexually assault people. Like it's just it's
squeeze
wrong.
your lack of titties.
Yeah,
I'm not like that.
Yeah, I just like it's ridiculous to like.
I get a little like crazy, and I think a lot of it has to do with like having ADHD and like not being able to control myself sometimes. That I just kind of get a little too comfortable.
Use an actual like, not really mental illness, but like.
No, it is a mental illness. It's
bloody mental.
It's a mental illness, but like.
And like that's the thing. It's like everyone's ADHD is different. Like obviously, I'm a little bit more in control of it. In control. I know most of you there in the comments like, he's hyper all the time.
Yeah.
Which I am. You are correct.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, and it's not like. It makes you a fucking predator.
It's the coffee.
Like this asshole. That's
no, coffee actually has reverse effects on me. I'm calm. Shit with coffee.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's horrible to think that like.
I should make more.
she's really using, like, she used that as an excuse, and she made like a whole apology video saying that like 88, like I like and it wasn't even like a mild like I touched her like midriff area or like maybe like grabbed her butt or anything. Like you literally like pulled down somebody's shirt and literally touched their private area. Like it's just like it's not okay. It's just it will never.
This is
be
not
okay.
sexual assault. And then my thing is like you apologize to the females, but not the males you touch.
Yeah, it's just like that's a very heteronormative, like problematic thing to do, and like it's just not.
And it's like, again, I want to give some benefit of the doubt that she actually is being genuine with her apology. That she's apparently taking a break from going to cons for a while to apparently assess the situation and think about her actions. And it's like, as someone who half-assed apologies before in the past, that I acknowledge that I did, and sometimes I wasn't the best with it, that's where it doesn't feel genuine. It's like, you don't say you're going to assess the situation. Just say, you're going to take a break and fix some things. You don't need to say, I'm going to assess the situation and realize all my actions were wrong, because you don't.
Because my thing is that, like, okay, with a lot of the sexual assault claims, like, that she, like, a lot of the sexual, not even claims, like, things that actually happen with sexual assault, like, to a lot of the victims of the sexual assault, she didn't shout them out in the video, she didn't, like, tweet at them saying that she's sorry, like, specifically to them. And that's another big red flag for me when it comes to the apology, is that, like, it's half-assed because you're not technically, like, telling the people that you sexually assaulted that you are sorry. Like, that's when you know that somebody is genuine about it, when it's just, like, genuinely about the people that you sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. Like, you literally just, like, kind of just like, I'm sorry to, like, just people in general, and it's just, like, you have to you have to apologize to the people that you sexually assaulted. Like, there's just no getting around that. And that's why it just didn't feel genuine at all to me.
Well, is that...
Maybe she'll do that at a later date. Maybe she needs some time to, like, figure things out. I don't know. But, like, until she really does that and, like, they, you know, kind of reconcile and, like, this kind of blows over, I have no respect for her in the cosplay community whatsoever. Like, I can't.
Now, I think we should probably, like, end this on a bit of a good note. Brower, let's talk about the productions. How the fuck is Unknown Plumber going?
Well, all I need is Evan, Billy, and Brittany for their scenes, and then we're pretty much done.
Yes, and that's gonna be
We're
exciting.
finally getting his cosplays put together. We need Link, and
I'm gonna
we're
read.
almost done with Luigi scenes. So
Yeah.
should be getting around
Yeah,
that.
we're going to be going together. Yeah. So with Channel 420 News like coming back, I can't guarantee a regular schedule. We're just not gonna like guarantee schedules anymore.
Yeah,
we never hold up on schedules.
Yeah, it's hard because like I work full time, which is gonna be nice because like I'm taking a 2-week hiatus from my job, so like I'm gonna have a lot of time to just like film and do other things and like
He passed out.
meet up with friends and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to have like a lot of the free time I can to like film a lot of stuff. So there's gonna be a lot of new content, whether that's like just like. How we gave you like in the last update video, there's gonna be like skits on top of Plumber and like finishing Padawan Path and
it's like, aren't we also working on something else, Brower?
Yes, Death Note mini-series.
it's gonna be hilarious.
I really wish I could be recast. For Evan, who done passed out, and for everybody not with us on the Zaandarbrow cast, we would just like to thank you for joining us here on another episode of the Zaandarbrow podcast. We probably will have another one up soon, now that we have a Q&A to get done, and it's gonna be lit as all many fuckaboo.
I'll give you a link to the Q&A announcement. Leave your questions down below for the Q&A coming soon.
And my name is Tio.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Zaandarbrow.
No, you're not.
You're
Yes,
Brown.
I am.
We are Zaandarbrow.
Together.